If you are ready for this, you will know. If you go to the first class, to the first session, the first half an hour, you will know if you are ready for this. Anyone can be ready for this, because it's not something for special people. Like, we are all special. We all can do this. It's for everybody.
Extremely powerful, radically life-changing, and it's a great sense of, I would describe it as some kind of a jump in your awareness, to higher awareness. Because I had kind of the experience of Suzanne Powell on stage, and I also met her off stage. So my favorite moments with Suzanne Powell were intimate, personal moments. When she came to our house and we ate together, and basically in those moments I found an enormous sense of peace and silence. So we haven't even spoken about anything really. We ate together, we shared a meal together, and what was most predominant of those moments were that incredible presence, an incredible strength, an incredible peace that surrounds her wherever she goes.
It helped me be more comfortable with who I am. So we learn that even though you find your limits, you are in the right place at the right moment, and everything will be just fine.
It was a friend of mine who had this burning inside of her, and she said, I want to do this. And I said, why don't we do it? And let's do it. So
I went there just to try, just to see. It was free. It was not going to cost me anything, you know? So just go and try and receive. You don't like it? Stand up and go. You don't have to go back. Maybe it's not your moment, maybe it's not your time, maybe this is not for you. But it was for me. Like, from the moment I sat down there and she started speaking, even the smoothness of her voice was something that, you know, settled all my anxieties and all the things that were going on in my mind. So it is not for everybody. It is not probably the time for you. But if something is calling, just go and see if it is your time. Maybe for somebody that is very close to you, you know, maybe for your children, for your husband, wife, for your friend. But I was not only skeptical and undecided, I was almost cynical, because I am from Latin America and I don't believe that anything in life is free. I thought there was a catch. At some point they are going to ask me for something. So I was kind of waiting for that moment, right? But it's a call. It's something inside that keeps you curious to go around and just to see.
I especially liked the fact she would say, you can do it. If you believe in yourself, you have all the potential, everything is in you, you can do it.
I thought I knew everything about, there's something to know about holistic medicine or self-help or, you know, inner wellness, and I read all the books, but it was not at all anything like what I expected. I think it is a groundbreaking and life-changing course for everybody who's ready for it. And even those who are not ready for it, who just come out of curiosity or learn another tool in self-help or some kind of neuro self-help. Even for those, it's pretty beneficial. But I think it there's a magic in there, in those activities and in those togetherness in those days which is kind of hard to speak about, but you can always see the results of it. Days, weeks, months. I can just start to feel the results of, you know, last August.
There are things that you cannot explain. I took the course with my daughter, and she is a civil engineer. Square, like mathematics. And there were times I was looking at her and I was like, come on, explain me this. Okay, explain me this, because this is crazy. And whoever was, like, there were like 500 people, like, she called a volunteer to the stage to do something, and she says, is there any police officer or a fireman here in the audience? And nobody said, I am. So she said, wouldn't it be great to have a fireman or a police officer here? And next day, same time, the fire alarm goes off, and there we are, full of firemen all over the place, and everybody was taking pictures of the firemen, and we were like, we asked for one. But it was funny. Like, those kind of things that happen when you are around Suzanne Powell, those things that you are like, okay, explain me this one. Those things are fantastic.
Something happens in the quantum physics or in the soul, or I can't tell you where, but it feels like it is somewhat of an expansion of yourself, or you're on a higher, not necessarily higher, but you vibrate on a different level or frequency.
Okay, I find the level of vibration that Suzanne brings us into is just tremendous. So if you want to feel rejuvenated, feel enthusiastic, just change your thought process. Attending those courses are wonderful, and it'll make you be a more positive person, a happier, happy-go-lucky person, and you attract what you want. So she helps us with our thinking, our speaking, the language we use. It's so important. So the fact that she makes us more aware of the language we use, there's just benefits from attending this course. So it's great. It's worth it. It's an investment. You can't say you don't have the money, because this course is being offered for free, which no other course gives you that chance. It'll happen just once maybe this lifetime, so you have to live it. It was wonderful.
But the sentence that resonates with me the most nowadays is, I'm paraphrasing, when you arrive to the frequency of unconditional love, everything that's not on that frequency will disappear from your reality. And this is exactly what's happening to me. I'm not saying I arrived to that frequency, but I'm on my way, or you know what I mean.